I'm Johnpaul Jones. I'm a 70-year resident of Bainbridge Island, where all of this takes place, and I'm an architect.
The challenge of creating a memorial that told the story with integrity and emotion was taken on by internationally known Bainbridge Island architect Johnpaul Jones.
As a young man, I was always very good at art. I was recognized early that this kid had some talent.
Dedicated in 2011, the memorial wall, also known as the Story Wall, is constructed of cedar and granite. It stretches 276 feet, 1 foot for each Japanese American resident who endured the injustice of the exclusion.
This is not a feel-good place. This was very difficult. It was very difficult for the people here to have to give up everything and leave. And that led to all kinds of discussions about how do you do that? What do you put here to allow that to happen? How do you help the visitor who knows nothing about this and learned the first time? How do you convey that these were real people? They were neighbors. Because when you walk along the wall and you see those names and you see the ages, you start to say, these were real people.
As you walk down the length of the wall, you notice terracotta friezes created by Seattle artist Stephen Gardner that depict scenes from the lives of Japanese Americans on Bainbridge Island. Each frieze, paired with a quote from a survivor, is drawn from the memorial's oral history project, personal memories shared by those who were there.
Why isn't it just a straight wall? The National Park had done a lot of research, and I had read a lot about the Japanese community on Bainbridge. And before Pearl Harbor, they were becoming owners of businesses, and they were going to college, and so their life was what I call this sinuous thing that was curving like this and going forward. And so that's why the whole thing is set up and has that quality to it. That was their life. But then at the far end, you can see it's broken, okay? That's Pearl Harbor. That's the whole thing right there. Everybody was quiet. They remember walking down, and they were walking on a gravel road. And it was so quiet that that's what they heard, was the gravel of people walking. So we thought that would be appropriate. Instead of having paved, you walk along and you might not even know, because usually people are pretty quiet when they walk through. They will hear their feet.